Tinder match calls me out for being racist towards Asians. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some of the recent r/NiceGuy stories posted on Reddit. Tinder match calls me out for being racist towards Asians. I was in college and home for break. It was my first time ever using Tinder and I thought I'd give it a shot since I was single and bored. Swiped on some guys with varying degrees of weird messages, but this one guy seemed genuinely great. We had a lot in common and hit it off pretty well. After a couple of days texting, we were talking about potentially meeting up in person, which was big for me as I was super nervous about meeting strangers online, which I already told him about. He explained he was a nice guy and hoping this would work out because I finally didn't seem like other girls. He asked if I dated before and I said yes, I had 2 boyfriends. Normal enough question. Next he asked if he could see them, but framed it in a joking manner like, can I see what I'm up against? I didn't find it weird and sent him pictures. One was Hispanic, 100% undeniably not white, the other was white. Both were very different in every way appearance-wise. Well, my match had a complete meltdown. He started texting about how I never dated Asians before and hope he should have seen this coming and how all white girls are racist. I explained I went to an inner city school mostly Hispanic to a college in the middle of nowhere mostly white. It was really just a matter of statistics. He didn't stop going off about how he really thought we had something, but then I pulled this and he was so hurt. I didn't have the patience to keep up with his shit. I wrote him how I was genuinely excited to meet him and the sole reason I was unmatching him was because of this blow-up. Perhaps it wasn't being Asian that was his problem with girls, but the horrible attitude he showed literally right after I agreed to go on a date with him after matching and seeing his profile picture. To this day I have literally never had the courage to meet up with someone online due to this, among a few other encounters that make me nervous about how people will act. I try really hard not to keep these stereotypes in my head, but I'm also into nerdy guys and seeing so many posts/having nice guy experiences myself make me nervous if show up and end up having to deal with these blow-ups publicly. I met a nice guy who blamed women for getting assaulted because they either were drunk, or were around drunk men. So I was in college at the time, and had just gotten out of this workshop I had to attend. After the workshops, we would get a ticket to get some free food, so I got my ticket and went to do that. I got my food and was about to walk off when this guy approached the lunch table to get his food, and decided to say hello to me. I politely say hello back, and he asks me my name. I don't like giving my name to randoms, so I gave him a fake name which he gushed over, saying how cute it was. He then started talking to me about this sexual assault workshop he had just gotten out of, and asked me if I had been a part of it. I said no, that I had been in another one. He said it was interesting, and when he said interesting, he got this look of disgust on his face. This conversation then ensued. Nice guy, can I ask you something? Me, sure. Nice guy, if a woman goes to a party and gets drunk, and then gets raped, is it her fault? Me, absolutely not. Nice guy, what if she went to a party with all men where she was the only woman? Me, it's still not her fault. Nice guy, don't you think we should teach women not to put themselves in these dangerous situations? Me, I think we should teach our men not to take advantage of women, and that no means no. He then started talking about how he thought it still would have been the woman's fault for putting herself in such a situation, and how it wouldn't have happened had she not gone, and excused women being assaulted by men who were drunk because men don't know what they're doing when they drink. He then quickly pulled the nice guy card by saying I'm a nice guy, though. I wouldn't do this to a woman. Take how I greeted you earlier. I said hello to you, asked your name, said how pretty it was. He also talked about how protective of women he was. Especially over his sisters, and if he saw his sisters dressing in a way they shouldn't and trying to go out to a party where there would be a bunch of guys around, he'd call her an idiot, make her change, and not go to the party. Like fucking good for you? You're still a disgusting piece of trash, though. I, being the non-confrontational bitch that I am, just sat in silence while he spewed this bullshit until he was done with his tangent and left. The people that were handing our lunch stuff out to us overheard this entire conversation and kept giving me some what the fuck looks. I had never had a more awkward conversation with somebody, and sincerely hope this fuckwad who claims to be such a nice guy to women realizes just how fucked up his viewpoints are. Vent about a nice guy trying to get with my girlfriend. So as the title suggests, I'm kind of angry about this situation and I kind of feel the need to write it down. Apologies if it doesn't quite fit the sub, but I couldn't think of another place to put it. Recently my, male 16, partner, female 16, has gotten Instagram, through me as her parents are very anti-social media. She's asked me to stay logged in so she can always get back in, and so I get her notifications. She found an old friend and proceeded to follow him. At this point, I was thinking that it was great she was going out of her way to make new friends, and even though they'd had a past she'd lost all feelings for him. Apparently he didn't feel the same way, as he immediately sent a shirtless picture with his manly, white tongue hanging out. This was shut down by the two of us through her. However, no matter how much she stressed she was in a relationship and wouldn't be interested anyway, he never took the hint. They stopped talking for a while and all was well. I didn't have any issues with letting him go. But recently, he popped back up, keeping on about his wishes to date her without being totally open. Examples: no offense to your fella, but you're everything I want in a girl, it's only a picture to show how much I've changed, about the shirtless pic, so you're freaky and hot then. And worst of all, this morning he proposed a fucking threesome. I was absolutely raging at that, and absolutely ready to rip him to shreds, but my girlfriend convinced me to give him another chance. She doesn't want to give up on him, as he used to be sweet but has now turned into an egotistical, dirty little man. Any suggestions on what to do about this? If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.